for Seattle Sips, where we check out some amazing, truly amazing drinks in our area, and the U.S. Opening happening now through September 10th. And Carly, did you know that the official drink of the U.S. Open was actually invented by a Mercer Island resident just 16 years ago?
Right. Very exciting. So here to share his famous drink recipe with us, author and mixology master Nick Mautone. Welcome.
Hello. Hey, thank you. Thanks for having me. Thanks for having me.
You always bring the delicious beverages. How does one get selected to create the drink for the U.S. Open like this?
So the long story short, many years ago, I was the brand ambassador for Grey Goose Vodka. So I was one of the first two brand ambassadors they had. And back in 2006, they were sponsoring the U.S. Open, looking to do a signature drink. As the U.S. ambassador, they asked me to, let's come up with some ideas. So we had a fun meeting out at the USTA with the caterer and members of the USTA and the brand team at Grey Goose, and discussed, options and what they need and the volume and so on and so forth. And I'm going to stick a number in here, and I'll come back to talk a little bit more about the size of the sales at the U.S. Open. But the year before we took over, they did 10,000 signature cocktails of whatever the drink was, okay? Just remember that number for a second. So after that meeting, I went home, my house on Long Island. My wife and I were having guests over. I stopped at a farm stand, picked up some honeydew melons, and was making a salad, which was something like this. Blackberries, honeydew melon. I take a little bit of it. I'm going to give you an entertaining tip while we're at it. And this is the citrus rosemary syrup that I would pour on top.
Beautiful.
And, a little bit of crispy prosciutto. And that's my riff on melon and prosciutto. All right? So that was what we were serving. So in the midst, I should say, of making honeydew melon balls, I took my Parisian scoop, if you want to know how to make one. Okay. Yeah. Swap it in here.
Okay.
Give it one turn.
Little spin.
And you got a perfect circle. Does anyone want to try?
Nice.
Look at that. Yeah, sure.
Ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Here you go, Carly.
Okay.
Give it a go.
Let's see if I can do it. Ready?
Ready.
I saw you go straight in like that, and then you
And then
did
give it a turn.
There it is.
There you
How's
go.
that?
Perfect. Perfect.
Hey.
Nice.
So, as always, I was going to be mixing drinks, and we were going to be testing out recipes, and I looked at this pile of honeydew melon balls, and I said to my wife, oh my God, these look just like tennis balls. And I knew this was going to be the garnish.
Oh, beautiful. Okay, let's jump right into making it.
Sure.
So what are the steps here?
Okay, so it's a very simple drink. It's what we call in the cocktail world a build, right? You're going to be making it in the glass that you're serving it in.
Nice and easy.
Nice and easy. So you're taking about 2 parts of Grey Goose Original Vodka.
Oh, that's a nice amount.
Yeah. Look, you don't want to be getting up like 8 times.
That's right. You don't want to be getting up about 8 times. All right, and you top it with some fresh lemonade.
Oh, yum. Okay.
Lemonade.
It's fairly simple, fairly refreshing. This was the easy to produce iteration because you've got hundreds of thousands of people going to the US Open. All right, and you top it with a little Chambord.
Nice. And remind us what the taste of Chambord is.
Chambord is raspberry, so this gives it a little bit of a fruitier quality. And then we're going to spike it with
Very
the tennis balls.
With tennis balls.
Can we get one there?
This is like perfect if someone's watching at home too, or has a little U.S. Open party.
I do love that idea.
Absolutely.
So great.
Get festive.
Absolutely. Wow. Okay, but you gave us that number, 10,000.
Oh yeah.
So as of last year, this is now the 17th year, the Honey Deuce has been the signature of the U.S. Open. Last year they sold 405,000 Honey Deuces over the 14 days of the U.S. Open. Right now we're approaching 2 million in sales in 17 years. So it's become an Instagram-worthy favorite. You'll see people all over IG with their, showing their Honey Deuce and their pictures and their friends and family, and people are getting the signature cups, and it's become a fantastic drink.
It's a great idea. What if you want to upgrade it and make it extra fancy? Is there anything else you could do?
I like to switch it up and make a lemonade with rosemary syrup. That was the original drink. So I use you can buy some rosemary syrup. This is a great local Raft brand that has a pre-made one. I like to use rosemary syrup, garnish it with some rosemary, or you can switch it up and use like a really great blackberry cordial if you want to do something like that. Or there's some huckleberry liqueurs here in the Pacific Northwest.
So many options.
You can play around a little bit with that. Other people like a salted rim and seltzer on top. So
I would like that.
yeah,
I would like that.
It gives you like the sweet, salty flavor, and then the seltzer gives you a little bit more, vibrancy, if you will, to the drink.
This is great. It is so good, so refreshing. Thank you so much for joining us and sharing this amazing amazing accomplishment with us.
Thank you very much.
So great. And we do have the recipe posted up on our website, fox13seattle.com/Studio 13 Live.
Awesome.
Yeah.